Hello and welcome back to Vampire Survivors. I'm Niche and I forgot to change the category. And there we are. I can be scatterbrained, that's for sure. Alright, well until a few minutes ago I was playing Buffet Night, and since that game ended a little early, I had a backup prepared. Tonight we're just going to be doing some more Ode to Castlevania unlocks. We've technically speaking beat the main story campaign for it, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's see here. I still need to beat the game as Richter to unlock his weapon for everyone, though, so I'll go ahead and do that. I haven't beaten the... it didn't even count as him beating Ode to Castlevania because that was a plot. Alright, that's fine. Let's do a non-one then, but still has a, four-leaf clover. Actually, Tides of Lake Foscari has one, so I'll go with that. Alright, let me grab a sip of my drink and we'll dive right in. Sounds good to me. Alright, there we go. Sure, I'll go for this one. A mount is always pretty good to have. Water dragon and... Alchemy whip. I've now got a bunch of whips. Armadillo. Let's see here. I already can get the clover here for free, so I should pick something else. Crown to get some faster leveling up would be nice, actually. Especially since this is so early in a run. Perpendicular damaging zone. Zone damage affected by max health. I go with pentagram, but that's pretty dangerous. That deletes straight up everything. So we'll just level up the water dragon whip a little more, I guess. The wind whip. Now that was one I was hoping for when I grabbed the growth. Duplicator so that everything has even more amount. Summon Knight. Tempting, especially since I already have it. You know what, let's do it. Summon Knight it is. I need some more AoE. And once this upgrades, it'll be huge. The more I increase XP gains early on, the more it'll pay dividends in the end. Oh boy, dare I get the life sign scan? Yes. Clover. I'm glad it at least saved the evolution requirements, although I suppose I should have gotten that for free after I filled up all the other passive slots. Oops. Oh well. As long as I remember to get the yellow crewmate before it ends. Alright, I need the tiramisu to upgrade the alchemy whip. So I need the tiramisu, the Alright, the tiramisu, the attract orb, and the yellow crewmate. I guess since this is technically post-story, I should be able to talk a bit about it. So, warning if you haven't played the DLC and don't want to get spoiled on the story. Dang, what an ending, am I so right? Figured they might do a parody of Symphony of the Night after it was Richter required, but it certainly didn't go the direction I was expecting. Man, that whip does really good damage. Free alchemy whip level. Don't mind if I do. Mini Ghost. I need that one for sure. It'll free up a spot once it's finished, at least, so I don't have to worry about that. Duplicator maxing out is just going to be good for everything, I think. Attract Orb. Platinum Whip increased. I don't remember the numbers being quite so high before. Alchemy Whip. Summon Knight. Crown maxed out. Good, that's a good boost to my experience. Dang, that Platinum Whip does a lot of damage. It wasn't like giving me a Attract Orb level for whatever reason. Luck up. Water Dragon Whip. unfortunately, I didn't know too much about. I was definitely able to appreciate a lot of what happened in that ending, that's for sure. I actually didn't realize what the black disc was referencing to until it was directly told to me. Which makes sense because, how can I put this? I didn't own a PlayStation, let's just put it that way. Now I do have to be careful about what I say there, because I know there can be repercussions. I don't need that. Actually, I think it's technically the support one, so it's probably fine, but eh. Now those wall chickens and floor chickens. These mushroom people are way more durable than they have any right to be. I don't want to stay here any longer than I have to. They do give a bit more XP to make up for it, but it's still not very pleasant, I'd say. Losing health. Explosion damage increased. Explosion areas increased by magnet. Andromeda. Sounds good to me. Alchemy with them. Give me my power of time. At least that's how I feel looking at those circles that come up. I can't pick up those items yet. I can't. I need to get the tiramisu to upgrade the alchemy weapon. Good, good. I'm sure smashing pots and crates in a Fey village and taking the items within can't possibly end badly. Mini Ghost, gotta max that out so that it stops at bugging me for it. Trapdoor maxed. That's just so convenient. The Summon Knight are some pretty powerful claws. Devour it all. Ah, they were tiramisu. Now I can go back and gather the projectile speed increases. Got some extra luck while I'm here. Never a bad thing. Oops, I went the wrong way. Oops, I missed it. Keep running past it somehow. Here we are, 2 free levels of it. Oh, wonderful. Cross Crasher tip. Oh yeah, I don't like how strong those mushroom men are, so let's not bother. Yeah, slash. I have too many whips, so a crit build is within fully a good idea. And there we are, the vampire killer. Intense light incinerates bosses. I didn't notice the director has sacrificed himself to save the survivors, but dang. So that. That was certainly an unexpected trip. Especially since the director's largely been a background sort of character since the main story. And again, that might also be why they felt they could make it such a big deal or like that happen. Tiramisu. Best max out the tiramisu so it stops bugging me to get some. I don't want that. Dang, I already have everything almost maxed out. It's only 12 minutes in. I mean, if you're gonna be here anyways, I guess I might as well grab that ring. Here we are. Might as well grab that. I mean, I already took out the Guardian. I already broke the Geneva Convention once today. You can't double break it. Yep, here, now we're getting all these. Echo Knight. Now it's both sides like giant pair of teeth, which is fitting given what happened in Buffet Night. Academy Badge. It provides a mountain revivals in exchange for growth. I'm sure this can't possibly end badly. Sheesh, we're not even halfway done. Yeah, I've got a full build going. Although this is strangely not the most can't see ship captain I've ever been in a run. In fact, this is actually surprisingly visible. Oh my, there's a boss died, I didn't even see it. Spirit Tornado Tip. Upgraded Simon's weapon then. I'm reducing growth a little, but I'm getting revivals and amount, both of which are quite valuable. Oh yeah, going in a mostly vertical area with a weapon that's very strong vertically is pretty nice. Which is good, because the Platinum Whip is normally very horizontal. Armor. I could get the skull, but I kind of hesitate to get too much. The Tides of Scary actually has some pretty tough enemies at certain spots. Oh my, another boss died. Life Science Paranormal Scan. Here we are. I no longer get the mini time effect from the I no longer get the Clockwork Lancet effect from the crewmates, but it also no longer takes up a slot in my inventory, so I'd say that's a net gain. Dang, this place felt so big when the DLC first came out, but I guess Ode to Castlevania is just so huge, it has to dwarf even the others. Only money from that one. I wonder if I was a bit too bland during booking. Then again, I do try to stick to laid back. If you've been watching my stuff for a while, you notice I'm not exactly a streamer, whatever they call it, excited. I usually try to embrace being a bit more laid back here. A while ago I was asked about channel lore stuff. Well, I don't really have any. Part of me does think it could be fun to write stuff like that. I'll have to think about it, I guess. Oh, I've gone full circle, dang. Felt like it wasn't too long ago that it took a full 30-minute run to do a proper runaround, but no. I just need to be smart about it. Yep, you can tell if it's boss because the vampire killer will obliterate it. here pretty quick. Maybe I should have gone for a 20-minute run or something. Well, no, I have to beat a run with Richter to unlock his weapon, I believe. Actually, I think it's 18 minutes, so I could have done a 20 instead of... Now, 15 wouldn't cut it, but a 20-minute run would. There's a surprising amount of options for how you want to handle runs in this game, and I do appreciate that, that's for sure. With the main story done, I'm definitely going to be trying to decide on another story-focused game. At the same time, it is the holidays coming up, and I'm going to be obviously needing a hiatus during that time. Maybe I'll finally get to the other games I've been meaning to do some playthroughs of. At the very least. Dang, these snakes are getting torn apart. Here we are. Here we are. Probably talk about more things here, especially since I've pretty much completed the build. Especially since the more the paranormal scan upgrades me, the more absurd I get. Although I will state for the record, during one of my previous runs, I did in fact die despite having had the paranormal scan for a while, so it can get pretty... there can still be weaknesses that can get you if you aren't careful. Goblins are back for round 2. I guess that is something to talk about. Speaking with a friend, they pointed out to me that Delicious in Dungeon was apparently he had based off tabletop campaigns. I guess it's hard for me to tell. Like, I was told Goblin Slayer is also based off a tabletop campaign, basically kind of being supposedly taking place after the players have won and left. But have left the game world, but honestly I don't see it. Don't get me wrong, I know they use some dice motifs here and there, but I don't see it, honestly. It just doesn't feel that way. I mean, I do know meat grinder campaigns exist, don't get me wrong, so I could understand what that might be going for, but I don't know. Same with Delicious in Dungeon. It seems like more of a standard fantasy theme, which, honestly, I do like in of its... Kind of funny. One of the first things I liked about SMT was it's one of the few modern fantasy things I had played way, way, way back. Nowadays, probably say, what are you talking about? Modern Fantasy ever? And yeah, it kind of is. But you have to understand that was a long time ago now. What? The Western modern fantasy stuff is usually like superhero stuff. The idea of supernatural things existing in a modern day setting. Just to make sure we're all on the same page. Probably should be clarifying that a bit better, but yeah. And now it's kind of normal, so hilariously, the more standard sword and sorcery fantasy settings feels like it's a nice return to form in some ways, and that's probably I end up liking Delicious in Dungeon in its own way. Although, like I said, I'm not sure I'm seeing it as far as a tabletop base will go. I haven't seen it, but I have been told that Record of the Lodos War was actually based off of a transcribed tabletop campaign. Given they've done some shows based on that lately, I can understand. It's kind of funny that they beat it to the punch that long ago. Because because I know it's been around a while. Ah, that's why it decided to give me a big fanfare. Now let's see here. Interestingly, nothing upgrades with the Academy badge. It's just there for flavor, I guess, on top of the, well, innate benefits, obviously. You know what? Let's do it. Pentagram. We haven't had enough can't see shit, Captain. Plus my build's already going, so I don't mind if I lose a few more XP weapon items. Character who starts with this gets another weapon, just to make it a lot easier. Another level up just to make it easier, if I remember right. So. Boy, 5% chance to not erase items. Yeah, the pentagram's definitely one of those items that is supposed to look absolutely incredible at first, but then when it says deletes all items before you, it then removes all the items and XP crystals and stuff like that as well, and you think, oh. Which of course makes upgrades all the more essential, because that gives it more chances to not delete items. And of course, after the upgrade, it will not delete items, period, but in fact create even more, stronger XP gaining items. So it's pretty nice. But it's definitely one of those items I wouldn't bother with if you don't have the item to upgrade it, because it really needs that upgrade to reach its maximum potential. Right, this boss actually has some mechanics, so it's not vulnerable right away. Constant healing. Come on. I really do like the Alchemy Whip quite a bit, but as a starting weapon, I don't know. Maybe I should give Leon another go whenever I finish, because the unlock... Well, I don't have to specifically unlock a character or a new thing every run, you know? Ooh! And I see the middle one has upgrades! Ooh, and Super Candy Box 2 Turbo. Now that is some very good luck. So I can get any upgraded item of my choice. Hiraji. Oh, it got an upgrade. Union. Scales with revivals. Huh, that's weird. I thought I already picked that from the Super Candy Box 2 Turbo. Looks like we're almost done with this run, and it's not even the most blinding that it's ever been. In fact, I can actually see things this time around. Is that an accomplishment or a failure? I gotta think about that. Okay, I'm glad. As far as Buffet Night goes, I'm genuinely glad to have gotten that done, because As I mentioned, that had been on my Steam list for a while, and part of the reason I started streaming was to get myself to go through more of my Steam list. Alright, let's get this through here. The fact that the Gorgeous Moon also auto-collects the XP is really, really nice. Oh my, I'm dying really fast. Oh my, yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, this is why it's a good idea to not get cursed. Especially if you aren't feeling confident. Shoot. Yeah, gotta be careful here. Oh, there we are. Good. Healing. Come on, I'm so close. Oh, darn it. Crap. I'm starting to go into the tiramisu revives, I'm pretty sure. That is bad because of the use of all the tiramisu revives. Okay, the tiramisu itself goes away, so that's usually a bad sign. These things almost remind those skeleton things almost remind me of Dead Hand from Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Getting Castlevania pickups or go. There we are. It was a close one, but we managed to make it to the end. Alright, we'll cash in the remaining revive. New achievement. Evolve the Alchemy Whip. Evolve the Platinum Whip. With Richter survive. Oh, yeah, I already got that, but it didn't make the achievement. Alright, survive 18 minutes. Yeah, so I could have done that in a 20-minute one. Evolve all 8 magic whip items. Alright, let's go ahead and buy the new characters then. 20k. Starting to get expensive. Probably be more expensive if I had gotten the Contra DLC at least. Dracula. Gains 1 might every level. Curse increases might. Incoming health capped at damage is capped at 10. Immune to health. Wow, Dracula sound... Plus curse damage increasing might. That kind of takes away the main... Enemies will still... Oh yeah, incoming damage capped at 10 and increasing might with curse. So basically Dracula just completely negates all the penalties to curse. Since enemies hitting harder doesn't matter if the damage is capped anyways. And enemies having more HP doesn't matter if he's getting stronger or at a similar rate. On the other hand, I am kind of feeling Soma. But on the other hand, I should really, Quincy, Charge ability is affected by might. Attempts to safely detonate a neutron bomb. Let's see here. And of course the one I just unlocked, well, Sarah. That looks like a new item. Once per life, triggers fire breathing for every character after receiving fatal damage. Evolves alchemy whip when reviving. Makes sense. I do need to evolve the other whips, it seems. So I probably need to play as Just and Julius again, or get their whips. Sonya's whip also. I could probably get Sonya's whip as Dracula, actually, since it seems like his build focus is basically get every curse item known to man. Abyss Foscari. Alright, let me grab a sip of my drink and we'll give Dracula himself a go. I did check the Castlevania Wiki to see his art evolution over the years, and he really did go through quite a few changes. Early on, he had more of a original Bram Stoker's Dracula sort of look to him, a more monstrous vampire look, but now later he gets more of an aristocratic look to him, I guess to contrast his monster form. Wood carving, hang Bardita. Vampire survivors. Ooh. He just throws wine glasses at everyone. You know, I'm gonna use the Armadillo and get Torna's box, because I have the feeling that's what's going to be his upgrade weapon. Don't ask why I think that's the case. It's mostly... Wow, these are nothing good. Sonic Whip. Victory Sword, tempting. You know what, let's do it. That way, if I messed up, I can still do it. Ooh. Okay, so I do think it's the Torna's box because A, that's one of the weapons that is one of the accessories that has not upgraded any weapons yet. Wine glass. And also, it seems thematic because the Torna's box upgrades only a handful of weapons, and they're usually particularly special. And what could be more special than Dracula himself? Alright, so let me just double check the Grimoire. What do I need to upgrade this whip again? The Candelabra? Yeah, I can do that. Free level, sounds good to me. I love that interaction. He's basically all, nope, you're not getting me this time. I'm gonna join you. You can't kill me if I'm on your common ally. Gotta love it. Wine glass. Huh. I wonder if the wine glass dealing damage is a reference to how I wanna be the guy's fight against Dracula. It makes the wine glass able to kill you. Yeah, I Wanna Be the Guy is one of the earliest examples of a rage game before streamer bane stuff was really a thing. Candelabra, good. Dracula has decided to renovating on his own castle grounds. Let's see here. Looks good to me. The Alucard sword. That's going to be rather absurd in this particular setup. On the note, I did look up one thing, and it looks like I can actually fight the final boss again if I ever wish to. I just have to go to the same area again with Richter again. And that's rather nice, especially since the other boss fights are one-offs. So it's nice that they actually allow you to redo it this time, or redo it if you ever feel like it. Jet Black Whip. Now, what items does the Jet Black Whip require again? Stone Mask. Got it. Excellent. That's going to be some level ups right there. At least one. Wine glass. Excellent. Some free levels of everything. On the note, I have, in fact, beaten I Wanna Be the Guy, but it's one of those ones where I beat it once, never again. Sorry for anyone hoping for an I Wanna Be the Guy run through. I did beat Bunny Must Die, Chelsea, and the Seven Devils on stream, though, but sadly that was before I was recording VODs. But yeah, that's another one of those early Rage games. It also reminded me very quickly about the gaming culture at the time, because the, good news is the game facts guide for it was still active, but the bad news is it clearly had a bit more focus on, on being entertaining over actually helpful. Well, like, it gave every enemy a very annoying nickname rather than referring to them to what the game calls them. So I had to figure out what the hell they were even talking about anytime. Whoops. It went too far out north. Yeah, I had to decipher a lot about it. They had a special nickname for healing potions and enemies and such, so I had to figure out what they were decipher what they were talking about at any given time. Just because, yeah, they probably, I imagine they, don't get me wrong, the person who wrote that was probably like 13 or 14 when they did it, so don't hold anything against them if you decide to look up and try and find what I'm talking about. But, just remember, these games are very old now. So it's a bit unreasonable to hold them to standards of when they were a young teen like that. But it did mean it took a bit of decipher. Yeah. They probably thought it was hilarious. This probably don't anymore. Again. Crap, I need to make sure I have actually upgrades here. I can't afford to take too many things that aren't tied to upgrades in some fashion. Although I definitely need the skull if I can find it. I was getting, oh yeah, sorry, I keep digressing here. Well, I guess this is off the cuff live stream, so I guess that's to be expected, right? But yeah, it was full of a lot of jokes and nicknames and stuff that the person probably thought they were funny when they first wrote it when they were 13 or 14, but yeah, it took a bit of deciphering to actually get helpful information out of it. Now that we're in the era of wikis and stuff, it's not nearly as big a deal, I guess, but it's kind of how GameFAQs did change the landscape of helping people get information, in the sense that we really are in the information age, just because of a lot of times it's so easy to get stuck on stuff. Some of it was by design, especially since a lot of early games were had a lot of design choices that were holdovers from the arcade days. And arcades are, to the surprise of no one, designed to be very difficult in order to get you to spend more quarters on them. This also meant they did have some things like a Nintendo Hotline, but those also cost money to be on. Only $3.99 a second. Yeah, it was like it was paid per minute or something like that. And of course, they'd always make sure to. Well, sometimes they didn't even know, to be honest. Like, I believe I called it once because I was playing the Game Boy version of Crystalis. Was it Crystalis or Chrysalis? The NES game where you get a sword of the 4 elements and combine them into the titular sword, Crystalis or whatever. And apparently the story was completely different between the NES version and the GBA Game Boy. No, it's Game Boy Color, actually. Yeah, apparently there were a lot of change there, but I wasn't aware of it. So I can't say anything about that. You'll need to ask one of my buddies who actually is familiar with it. Let's see here. But yeah, I called the, oh wait, sorry, I keep digressing again. Alright, what happened was I called it, because I had apparently somehow glitched myself into an area outside of a built, like, you know how in an RPG you go into a house, it zones you into somewhere? That is what happened to me. I got zoned into somewhere outside of the, location. Come on. You know how you walk the walls and you can end up in the dark void? When you enter, in an RPG, when you enter a house, you can end up, but you walk the walls, you're in a dark void because you weren't supposed to go outside of a certain area there. Somehow I end up outside of a house, of the interior of a house, so I couldn't move. And I was in the dark area, so I couldn't see my own character sprite. So I ended up calling that, and they just end up recommending me to just restart the new game there. Well, when I went back to I found out, oh, I have enough MP for the teleport spell, so I can just teleport out. So apparently that person just didn't know there was a teleport spell, or didn't ask me if I had enough MP for it or something. The Daybreaker. Base damage up. Stone Mask. 2 items that it upgrades. Wonderful. Yeah, good. Now 2 items are ready to be upgraded with that. I don't really need the money, but, you know, no complaints. I might need to grab the Armadillo thingy in order to, ensure that I get one of these last upgrade items too, because I need to get that cursed skull, and I need to get it to upgrade the what's it called? Well, the Sonia's whip, the Sonic whip. Yeah, I got enough slash. This is gonna be worth my time. There we are. There we are. Gale Force. Sounds good to me. Yeah, it looks like I'm just going to have to get the Armadillo over there in order to force it to give me the item I want. Because it really doesn't want to give me the Cursed Skull. Uh-oh. Jet Black Whip is now capped out. Torna's box has been needing of levels for quite some time, actually. Oops, I went too high up. Here it is. Come on, I need to force the skull to spawn. Skullamaniac. Wait, there's another one out here? There's another secret here I missed. Alucard sword. Skullamaniac. There we are. Evolve Sonic Whip. Finally the bracer too. Rock Riot. Alucard sword, swords proper. this box is maxed out now, I think. Yes, it is. If this upgrades the wine glass, it should do so now. If not, well, it's not meant to be, I suppose. I'll just have to keep trying. If nothing else, it'll be nice to be able to mark some items off the list as things that do not upgrade the wine glass. Come on. I think they might be a little pissed off at me. Excellent. Damaging zones. Ooh, yeah, all this curse is starting to get tricky. I'd definitely be dead if I was anyone other than Dracula right now. Treasure box spawns every minute. Might occasionally contain arcanas and passive weapons. Soul Solution. Really? 3 levels. Sounds good to me. Oh, wonderful. Gale Force is now upgraded. The Tempest does. Fires an additional projectile, an additional Alucard. I have no idea what the item over here is, but I know I want it. Don't mind more duplication of that. Yeah, I can't see anything. $800? Huh, I didn't max... Oh. Ah, there we are. I have no idea what this is, but I want it. Move speed and damage nearby enemies. Area and speed increase damage. This might actually require some multiple items to upgrade then. The Alucard. Oh, shield. This way. Speed and area, so I already have area, so let's go with speed. Ah, we opened a new coffin. Thank you, Dracula, but the vampire is in another coffin. Okay. Reinhardt Snyder joins the survivors. I don't know how I missed this entire area before. Or maybe it didn't unlock until I actually made progress enough. Song of Mana. Whoa, who's this one? Yeah, this area can't have been available before because I couldn't unlock Reinhardt before. the serpent's good. Oh, wow. Serpent Gate allows clockwork weapons to materialize and grants access to a new part of Dracula's castle. Ooh, I knew it. Rapidus Fio evolves Sonic Dash. Also triggers a single shield charge. I guess I've now unlocked the teleporter into the sewers. Gotta go relatively quickly. Right, I can't pick it up until this ends. Ooh, what's... Evolved Wine Glass. Wholeful food deals revival-based damage to unrefined palates. Well, that's wonderful to know. Ophion. Wonderful. Looks like the run's about to end. The random food items spawning. One last upgrade for the road, I suppose. I guess that'll be good for now. Evolve the wine glass. We got Lisa. Evolve the whip. Maxim. Evolve the Sonic Whip. Nathan. Find open the fourth coffin. Reinhardt. Obtain the Serpent Gate. New teleporter for the castle. Get the wine glass to level 8. Unlocks wine glass. Dang, that was a lot. I'll just purchase those real quick. Unlocks. Obtain the Beast Gate after defeating Eligor. So there's 2 more still. Oh, Emma? Looks like you're doing a Minecraft thing. Hope you had a good time. Welcome. We're just playing some Vampire Survivors after I finished up Buffet Night earlier. Let's see here. Has any new stuff shown up here? OG Minotaur. A startling number of them have escaped into our world and now march on the dairy plant, seeking to overthrow its ruling lactocracy and empower the workforce. They bullishly intend to maintain a siege till the cows come home. Devil. Beast from the deepest abyss of hell has many names, most of them registered trademarks. Speak not the blasphemous monikers, lest you be cursed by litigation. Let's see here, and what's the new one? Oh, here are Death. From worlds unknown to worlds most frigid, from the fabled lakes to the depths of space, even to the far-flung future, one truth remains immutable in every reality we discover. The truth's name is Death. Here, though, in the castle, even Death himself serves another. His loyalty is admirable, and its implications are terrifying. Welcome, Nerd. Welcome to stream. Hope you had a good time. Menace. Monstrosity of sorrowful despair. A fool who fancied himself Dracula's successor created Menace in a failed bid to claim ultimate power. The miracle of birth is said to be a beautiful thing, but those claiming so I've never watched a giant chitinous bone baby explode its way out of a very confused man. Wait, what? Yuki Mystic? No. Alright, welcome, Yuki Mystic. Looks like you were also playing Minecraft a bit ago. Hope you all had a good time. Welcome. I'm Luce. We're just playing some Vampire Survivors after I played some Buffet Night earlier. So, got a handful of things going on tonight. Let me grab a sip of my drink before I do too much here. Slappy slap. Hello, Zoran Fox. Find the pile of secrets. Let's see here. Wood carving score. Basically, I have to unlock a lot of other things here, apparently. Evolve, Iron Shield. Yeah, basically all these require unlocking, just upgrading existing weapons, I guess. What is with the raids tonight? I'm not against it, just not what I was expecting. Wow. Thank you. Welcome. Unique similarity. Ah, I see. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. I'm Luce, your resident legally distinct Fey creature. We're just playing some Vampire Survivors with the new DLC. This is one of me. Ah, well, that makes sense. Let's see. Nathan starts with the one weapon there. I should probably see here. He can choose between two weapons. Interesting. I guess I can focus on evolving the mace, but Maxim. Oh, I forgot to buy Maxim. Silly me. Let's see here. Hope to do, yeah. Oh, it's been very fun. I beat the main story last time, but it seems it's not as complete as one might think. There's a lot here to unlock. I'll have to figure these out. Let's see here. What character do I want to play as? That's the big question. Yoko Belnades. Start with the Arcana. Tragic Princess. That's it? That's all? Sarah gains recovery every level once per life. It triggers fire breathing. Reinhardt. Let's see here. Tierfing. I think that's the weapon Reinhardt starts with, so let's play as him. We just unlocked him after all. And I should probably do more Ode to Castlevania. Gaze up at the darkness. Sadly, you did just miss me playing as Dracula himself, which is funny because you can also play as Soma. So you can have two characters at the same time that probably shouldn't be able to do that. Here we are. You know what, let's go with some melee builds for this guy. Alright, so I need the armor for this. Trapdoor wouldn't be half bad either, so let's go with that just to make leveling a bit more convenient. The Tierfing. The Excalibur. Could be the Duplicator that goes well with the Tierfing. We haven't had an item upgrade with that yet. Now let's see here. What other part of the castle do I unlock? Whatever it is, it's on the other side. Dragon Water Whip. Looks good to me. Alchemy Whip it. Armor. Time to get the man-eating, what I'm assuming is a man-eating plant. Rune Tracer. Free Rune Tracer level, don't mind if I do. Cooldown reduced, always a useful upgrade. Feel free to lurk as much as you can. I usually go for more of a laid-back sort of theme for my streams, so feel free to kick back and relax and enjoy. I generally just stream whatever I'm in the mood for, especially if it's something that'll clear out something that's been in, whether I'm specifically in the mood for. I just stream whatever I'm in the mood for, huh? I do sometimes use as a nice excuse to clean out stuff that's been in my I'm gonna play this eventually and then never play it sort of situation, but sometimes I'm just in the mood for something specific, and Vampire Survivors is very often that something specific. Well, there's a handful that do that, really. Excellent. Free Tierfing level? Don't mind if I do. Hey, this is nice when I can actually, you know, see it. We're now in the sewers of Dracula's castle, because I guess no game is complete without a sewer level. tempted to grab that, but I don't want to eat a weapon slot on it. The game's actually visible, indeed. It's as shocking to me as anyone, really. Free level of Rune Tracer. Sounds good to me. I just turned it down a level of it, so... But yeah, I think I was good turning that down one level because it gave the Excalibur the finisher. Extra passive weapon. I'm gonna get the duplicator because I think that's gonna be what upgrades his weapon. But I guess we'll see. And I definitely want to fight the boss that's in here before I leave. Just because another upgrade chest is never bad, I'd say. Here we go. Cursed item, but increases all stats. Ugh. I don't want to admit this, but it could be the Terrifying upgrade with Torna's box. I'm gonna have to take it. This might result in my death, unfortunately, because too much curse in this area is actually quite dangerous, but we'll see. Excellent. Free alchemy whip level. Base damage up, and that only goes higher with each boss kill. Hand grenades. Those are a fun one. Hand grenades... I like playing as Soma and a lot, but I want to unlock some new stuff, you know? Well, I guess I'm not required to always do that. I like how even the map tiles get cracked from the Excalibur attack. Duplicator. Everything has an additional amount. Got a pretty good melee sort of build going on, I think. Rune Tracer up. Good. Caliber. Alchemy Whip. I got so many weapons, I forgot what level they're all at. I should probably have checked. Oh well. Tractor. Oh, Tractorb's max. That's extremely helpful. Thank you. And of course, the Water Dragon Whip evolves with the with it, so we're in good shape here. Because Buffet Night does remind me the fun and those mini little game jam games. Perhaps I should try more of those at some point. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I've been meaning to get to and never did. I meant to play a lot more Age of Wonders 4 this year, but I don't think I've done any rounds of it, which is unfortunate. It's had a lot of expansions. The Battle Pass has gotten through quite a few things, so it's not like it hasn't had a lot of updates since either. Oh hey buddy, you're gonna give me a wine glass. Yes please. More Water Dragon Whip level, don't mind if I do. What the? YouTube recommended my Soul Link Reaper, that's fantastic, also that. Oh, thank you very much, Seth Timothy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really like... I had a lot of fun with the solo there, and it's nice that they finally added some solo content. I hope they add some more variant dungeons, because those were pretty nice. There is one for Alo Island coming up in a bit as well, so that's probably going to be about next month, though, since... Well, it's next month on YouTube, but if you check my highlights and previous streams, I save those for as long as Twitch allows, which is about 2 weeks. So, there's the VOD of me soloing Alo Island on Reaper should also be there. I do intend to do the final one in Kugane at some point, but again, I tend to do whatever I'm in the mood for, specifically so that I don't hyper-focus on any one thing and then burn myself out, because I have done that before. Like, a few years back, I did a, You know what, whatever, candelabra. I'm gonna fill my accessories and then grab... spinach. And now I can grab the tiramisu without fear. Divine Bloodline. Let's re-roll. Mad Season make that a lot easier. Sarabe of Healing is probably not the smartest idea, but whatever. Let me know how to play. Despite having a lot of content I should be doing. Yeah, unfortunately, I slept through most of the Endwalker content, so a lot of the stuff I'm playing will just catch up if we're honest. But granted, that there can be benefits in that, like those who've done the ultimate or don't plan to do the ultimate are probably in a bit of a dead zone right now. So if it wasn't for me catching up on Endwalker stuff like the Island Sanctuary and the variant dungeons, I'd probably have a lot less to do, and so I'd be suffering from the drought a bit more than others. There's definitely perks. That's the one thing I do like about Final Fantasy XIV compared to, like, World of Warcraft, because that game, World of Warcraft removes content after a certain expansion to just basically funnel you into the next one, but 14 doesn't remove anything, so... Oh, wonderful. That's an upgrade. What did that require? Spinach. Of all things, it was the spinach it required. Yeah, Yeah, I got all my combat jobs to 100, and I've never had them all capped up like that. This is the first time ever, so that was pretty neat. I haven't touched Warrior since Stormblood, and looking back at my VODs, I realized, oh, wait, did I never do the Warrior job thing that unlocks their upgrade to Berserk? Because the upgrade there is one of the things that makes it such easy mode. Dang. And we'll get the Pomerola just for some passive healing and damage to enemies around. And still need to sit down and grab more people into the floor. Off and on, middly on. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know how that feels. Attempting to solo one of the deep dungeons has been one of my I'll get to eventually thing, but then it never did. Then again, with the amount of solo stuff I've been doing with the variants, maybe I should keep that up. Although I should probably at least finish the variant dungeons before I start worrying about the other stuff. I've been off and on the game a lot over the years, but I guess since I found a newfound stuff to do, it's been a lot more productive in general. Although yeah, Island Sanctuary in particular is definitely something that appeals to me, since I'm one of those people who likes those farming sim games like Stardew. Actually, in fact, I was even the one... there we are. I'm one of those people who actually likes fate grinding because it requires just enough focus to pay attention, but not enough that you fall asleep. So it's enough you can basically listen to a YouTube video or something in the background, but not enough that you're falling asleep, you know? I actually managed to get that Sugar Glider mount, which I'm very proud of. Wonderful. All these upgrades. Bro, this was 180. Did get the nightmares. That was all the thing. Oh, congrats. That's good. If I do one of the deep dungeons, it's probably going to be Heaven on High, but purely by virtue of that is considered the easiest one, hands down. I know, that's a little cheap, but... Is that a new area? I don't remember those being there, at least. I also tried some of the crafting quests, like custom deliveries for the first time. I was originally just doing the ones that grant you mounts, because those are a very tangible reward, but I ended up doing the others just for the story, which is kind of neat. Time to summon a familiar. What do I want? What do I want? Wood rod. Alright, that's good. Another weapons might be a neat thing to work on. I haven't even unlocked Eureka Orthos yet, but I really should. Eureka Orthos are one of the few weapons where if you paint it, it's actually the weapon's glow that gets painted, or at least the glowing part, since, you know, it's Allegan, it's Tron lines everywhere. My Heaven on High gear is only about halfway to the max, and it does need a max to win. Although I guess I could just practice it, because it's not like I'm anywhere near a win, even if I look up guides and such. If I do it, I'll probably do it on Rebirth simply because from what I understand, the general advice for solo content is do whatever you're most comfortable with, because that's gonna matter more than any meta. Although at the Heaven on High's level, you don't have Enshroud, which is the main thing that makes Rebirth so much fun. Although it's not like they're lacking. I mean, people make fun of Reaper for underperforming, but I'm used to games where underperforming means like 30% or ridiculous numbers like that. So an underperforming by a single-digit percentage. I'm not saying they're wrong for the record, I'm just saying standards are a lot different. Interesting, this door's not opening. Interesting, I don't remember these rituals being here. Ah, crap, I accidentally spawned the boss. That's gonna be moderately annoying. At least this boss up here should be interesting. So I had to get a third glam weapon. I should probably be farming the Palace of the Dead just because that's a nice way to get some nice glam fodder. There's also achievements, but I have a hard time feeling motivated for achievements if they don't give a tangible reward, hence why I mentioned that I originally only planned to do the custom deliveries that give you mounts. Excellent. Excalibur upgraded. What's this? Caramel bubbles. Fires slow-moving damaging zones. Alright, to unlock this for everyone, I need to either max out its level or upgrade it. And I'm not sure if I can upgrade it, so we're just gonna take it a step at a time, I guess. Oh, I'm in the wrong way. How embarrassing. Well, it's fine. I'm not at 20 minutes or so, so I've still got a decent amount of time left in the run. Wine glass. Interesting. That guy isn't classified as a boss because I noticed apparently because the alchemy whips upgrade wasn't handling it. Here we are. Meal tickets is deals a revival based damage. That said, I did notice that it's funny that Eureka, Orthos, and Heaven on High only require you to get one weapon and one upgraded version of the weapon. Ah, so that it is in the sewers. Well, that's mildly a pain. Can I get to it now? Okay, I can get it to it from the clock tower here, so I'm going to do precisely that. PvP, it's a thing to try alone. Oh yeah, actually, I'm one of the like single-digit people that actually number of people that actually likes PvP in Final Fantasy 14. I've even have a separate playlist on YouTube for the PvP matches I've done because I like to do rival wings when the Moogle Tome event is going on, even after I get the rewards I care about. So I often stream it just as an excuse to farm it a bit. And I've done some frontline ones as well whenever I'm just in the mood for something like that. I played a handful of different jobs, but I've mostly been PvP Picto lately. I don't play Picto as much in PvE very much, but then again, I've mostly been sticking to Reaper and, well, and Samurai, moonlighting as tanks. Which is funny, usually I love mages and stuff in RPGs, but I guess I just, really vibed with the melee jobs in this expansion. And last expansion, for that matter. Alright, where's this thing? Now, what is this? Also triggers other clockwork weapons. Damage increased by amount, and currently found or... Yeah, there's a lot there of unlocked that apparently I just plain didn't see. Oh, huh. Oh yeah, wow, there's even more bosses in here than I thought. I guess they really did pull the Symphony Night of the Night thing, where there's, but the question is, how do I get down there? I guess I could play as the, robot dragon and just go through walls to it, but that's a little cheap. Then again, I could also just use the Mad Season to teleport all the items there over to me. Samurai used to have a guard break, and now they don't. Feel it's half what made the cost effective. Yeah, PvP Samurai is a bit tricky, especially since people know that a lot of times they'll be careful attacking because they know it has an instant kill move. Oh, I missed the item. That's embarrassing. Here it is. A mount found. The Minotaur. Ooh, nice. Poor Picto is actually playing a good bit of Gunbreaker for PvP, as well as some Sage, but Sage kind of fell off. I do like Sage conceptually, but in PvE I have trouble properly using it because it has the least amount of oh shit emergency heal buttons of all the healers, which is good if you're an experienced one, but if you barely ever play it like I do, you're it's not gonna be too much fun, so I just stick to White Mage since that's almost impossible to screw up. Ooh, I found an upgrade. What upgrades it? The armor. Slimy swarm that chases enemies down. The spells are definitely fun, although it did kind of spoil that I'd be getting more spells over time, just because it says upgrade all 8 spells from the Banana's spell book, and I only have 4 as of beating the final boss, so I knew something was up. It seems even more so since Epi Head also triggers other clockwork weapons. There it is. Endo Gears. Sage is like a solid baseline. When things go south, it's hard to compensate. Yeah, that's kind of how it feels, if we're completely honest. Samurai I really like ever since they removed the cooldown on the follow-up to EI Jutsu, so it's absolutely a heavy burst job. Feels really good. If I didn't love Reaper so much, it'd probably be a contender for main, but they don't share gear, so I can't even split it as much as I'd like. Oh well. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of areas down to the south that I don't have access to yet. Or rather, I should have had access to, but I missed it. Freezing enemies cause explosions. All launchers are easy to find. Listed weapon get up to 3 bounces. Might as well gain additional chests. Alright, there's a chest down here. Let me grab that. Irony is I spent so time PV as Sam, but PV it's only level 64 because I always queue that wave to give XP to other jobs. Heh. Yeah, that was something I did as well. I used to, basically my way to level before Dawn Trail was just to do that and the reputation quest, the tribe or society, whatever it's called. Hold it. And that was basically a guaranteed level a day, and that would level most things before I took a break. However, because I was fate grinding so hard for the Sugar Glider, that actually maxed out all of my DPS jobs because they notably buffed fate grinding in Dawn Trail. So I was able to max out all my DPS jobs getting the Sugar Glider without actually having to queue for dungeons, which really expedited the whole process since it probably goes without saying, but it's very easy to level a tank or healer. Tanks are probably the easiest job in the whole game to level, for that matter. Ah, crap. Pendulum. The pendulum is maxed out. Good. The pit and the pendulum. It's time to pendulum summon. Here. Well, at least he'll stop bugging me to get the candelabra. Don't mind a free level of the endo gears. Mio lift. Any more get more DPS to find what I enjoy. Queuing takes forever. It's a more active server. Like I said, if it helps, I leveled almost all of mine through fate grinding. For the record, the easiest area to fate grind in is Shalawani, because there's 3 Aetherites, there is no wall or cliff cutting it in half, so it's all pretty much flat, and all the fates are in very convenient location from the, what's it called? Not bad. Are in a very easy walking distance. Can you grind out there before you hit 90, though? Oh, if you haven't unlocked it from the story, then I guess not. Base damage up to 10. Ah, we're in the sewer level. Sadly, I'm too close to the end, so I can't get too far in here, but I'm glad I was able to figure out how to get here. The dungeon. If it helps, I also fate grinded in the Shadowbringers and Endwalker areas for their shared fate levels, since you need to max out the shared fate in all areas to unlock the secret shops. Quote-unquote secret shops. You can definitely make a lot of money from it, though. Like, the mounts from Endwalker and Dawn Trail, like the Sugar Glider, those are worth a ton of money. They sell for like 100k for the vouchers, and something like 60 million for the thing itself. Yeah, I'm gonna end the run before I max out all these gear weapons, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure if it even unlocks them though, so I'm not going to worry about it for the moment. All weapons have a chance to fire twice. Yeah, we'll do this. All weapons have a chance to double. Oh yeah, they're walking through there, which means that's a false wall. Ah, so this is a library. Okay, that changes a few things. Excellent. This. The union of all of the clockwork weapons, the clock tower. Just a free Torna's box. Oh well. Looks like this run's over, so I'm gonna have to call it here then. The run, I mean. Dang, that's a lot of stuff with the Mad Season I could teleport over, but I'm not going to. No, that's a bit too dangerous. Gemini. Gemini weapon's absolutely insane, wow. if I banish that, I don't need the final level, and thus I don't need the, Here we are. Quit. Evolve the tier frame. We've unlocked Henry. Evolve the Karame bubbles. We've got them. Inflict a total of 20,000 damage to the tier flame. Easy. Alright, first things first. Let us purchase the new characters we've unlocked. Henry. Oh no, I just unlocked those for public use, I guess. See, unlocks. Ring score, obtain the Beast Gate after beating Eligor. Thanks. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good time. Alrighty. Let's see here. I really want to play as Soma, but I really should play Henry to do some unlocks, especially since I still have the lot to unlock in the castle. Let me just check something here. Get the silver revolver to level 6, and now I unlock it for everyone. Perhaps I should do that then. Gains bonus to area and luck depending on how many enemies are in sight. So I should also probably consider the Lucky Clover and the Candelabra. Got it. And we'll go to... Let me grab a sip of my drink and we'll dive right in. Alright. Wow, this really doesn't like giving me what I want. Okay, that's good. I hate to use up banishes early, but I used up so many of these that... Clover. The alchemy weapon? Why not? If I can get him to shotgun that thing, that's gonna be a lot of damage. 3 levels of everything sounds good to me. Delicious. Ah. Bullets. I think I want Water Dragon just for the AoE. At this point, I'm starting to think that all the accessories are going to be upgrading stuff at least twice. Of the items, each item has at least 2 from the expansion that upgrades. I mean, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. Some probably will even have 3 or more, so I gotta pay attention. Let's get growth, just to crown for growth to make this easier. Attract orb. Level of silver revolver. It's kind of nice how Simon's weapon is basically an upgrade of Antonio's. Oh, thanks for the follow. I stream just about anything on this channel, so feel free to stop by if anything catches your eye. Duplicator. AoE one now, but yeah, I should wait to get more accessories before I grab that. Wind Whip is ready for evolution, at least. Heads. candelabra door. KO all of them. Yeah, crown for more XP is gonna add up really fast. Especially since we're still very early in this run. I need an accessory. Fine, wings and arms. Crown max out, if you please. Should probably grab the Alucard Spear, actually. Oh well. Well, the wings are probably a good idea so I can travel the castle a bit more effectively. Oh crap, oh crap, that drained me quick. Phew. The mysterious wall chicken saved me. Prismatic missile, tempting. Alchemy, but I should get my alchemy whip up. Wonderful, some levels, easy levels. Oh, wonderful, that's an upgrade. Spirit Tornado Whip. 10 minutes, here we are. Usually some 9 at 50, I was able to... I thought I couldn't upgrade weapons until 10 minutes in. Excellent. The Alchemy Whip is definitely a favorite for upgrades, just because of how powerful the Vampire Killer is for boss killing. Bosses aren't hard per se, but I would say the faster they die, the better. I have no idea what this is, but I want it. Cerberus's icy head in face direction. I see. The Cerberus weapons will upgrade by getting all 3 of them, maxing them out, so it's another Spellstrom situation. Sounds good to me. I definitely need to upgrade my weapons sooner rather than later. Alright, so I want to go up if I want to reach the other Cerberus head. Weapons that fire up seem to be ones I just synergize with a lot better. Not just this one, but stuff like the Engineer's card reader weapon is also really good. I mean, there's food there, I might as well get that. Any explosions when they expire. Gemini. Reroll. These weapons gain but 3 bounces. All weapons have a chance to fire twice. Sounds good to me. There we are. I needed to get my... yeah. Attract Orb up at max is definitely something that's going to help my leveling speed up. Cerberus's fiery head. So we now have Cerberus's of fire and ice. Sinestro, Dextro. I have no idea what's down there, but I'm not too far away, so, you know, might as well check it out real quick. Oh my, that's a lot of enemies out of nowhere. Ah, that's going to be a gate once I unlock it, which means the boss here is probably the one that's going to unlock it for me. Yeah, I do like how being the bosses unlocks more teleportation gates to make it easier to get around. And like I said, hard to believe, but the, what's it called? The Tides of Boscari and Mount Moonspell expansions felt absolutely massive when they first came out, and they're not wrong. It's not wrong either. It's just that Ode to Castlevania just completely dwarfs them. Excellent. Upgrade to the Hex. Some damage affected by Curse. If it's affected, yeah, it probably requires a Skullomaniac to upgrade, so that's going to be a little annoying. Succubi. Yeah, I don't need to go to these rooms. I should definitely upgrade the wine glass first to know for a fact that upgrades and it'll make it easier in general. Hex is definitely going to upgrade with this Dominus Anger fires a penetrating and projectile and drains health. So that's what the vampires being immune to health drain means. The succubuses are going to be torn apart rather easily, I think. Excellent. And the wine glass is upgraded. Just dropping behind foods that obliterate everything that is not as sophisticated as Dracula. Ah, it's another, Here we go. Legion. If you like really messed up stuff like this, check out Oh, it's one of the let's see here. I think it was Shinado from Raizo Kuzunoa. It's an SMT Devil Summoner game. It's also a bunch of corpses attached to a center area. This is actually lowering my health pretty badly. I can't duck or anything either, so gotta be wary. If he makes me use a revive, that's gonna be quite impressive. Yeah, I'm using it. There we go. Ebony and Crimson Stones allow Elizabeth Violet, Candlebot, Dracula, and Death to morph when special conditions are met. I could use the healing, so I'm gonna go grab this stuff. Devour. Yeah, Legion was actually pretty challenging. There's wall chicken here. There we are. Alright, the mirror's not sparkling, so it's not one I can enter. Might as well max out the wings so I can move more easily across this castle. The dining room. I could have run down the middle the whole time. I think that might be Eligor. Base area up. That's a lot of base area. Beast Gate. Access to a new part of Dracula's castle. I was wondering why there seemed to be a new accessory, yet it wasn't available in here. I guess I could have written it off as it's probably from the base game, but... Dominus hatred. Oh, that's a tiny enemy. But they still deal boss damage. Holy crap. Skipping health. Destroying my free reroll. I should probably do that. Hail from the future. Hopping zombie. Looks like I've got an evolution. What is it gonna be? Ah, the guns upgrade. What's that one then? Jewel gun. Requires Karoma's mana. Reflectio generates a damaging zone. It also provides light healing. Any unlocked base weapon. What does the mace upgrade again with? again. Hey, that's the same. Requires the same weapon as the other one, huh? I believe the Four Seasons upgrades with it, but I can also get the Mirage Robe. Actually, I should go with the Prism. Where's the Prism? Here, Prismatic Missile. Oh, there's another armor. Upgraded. Sanctuary. Fully heals and purifies enemies in sight. Oh wow, that's another can't see shit captain moment. I know for a fact that Hex will be will be upgraded with the Skullomaniac, so let's do that. It's gonna suck because I hate curse stacking, but Skullomaniac. And the worst part is I'm gonna have to max it because the spells require it. Demon Finger. Cosmic Finger. Torna's Box. You know what? I should get that. Yeah, I should get that in case that's the item that it upgrades with. And I see upgrades there. Wow, my voice cracked or something there. Wonderful. Nightmare also triggers a negative zone that doubles curse when stepped into. This sounds like an absurdly powerful weapon in Dracula's hands. Doubling curse is doubling his might, basically. Wow, the level 25 boss died instantly. Well, I guess hanging out in the dining hall never hurts. Here we are, Prismatic Luminaire. Now we're definitely can't see shit captain mode. Oh wow, my curse is over 400. Oh, it's only doubled while I'm in that AoE. Huh. Yeah, Hex is definitely custom made for Dracula. Golden finger. Free Pomerola levels. Don't mind if I do. I don't think anything I have upgrades with it, but worth a try, I suppose. Super Candy Box 2 Turbo. Spell strong. Yep, no upgrades anymore. Gamble and lost, it would seem. Yeah, let's cash in our revives here. 11! Evolve the Silver Revolver, obtain the Beast Gate, Secret Weapons, new teleporter. Find the Ebony and Crimson Stones. Get the level Revolver to level 6. Evolve the Reflectio. Evolve the Hex. Get Dextro Custos to level 6. And Sinestro. Yeah, the Cerberus is 3 heads, so the fact I couldn't upgrade it means there's one that I'm missing. Possibly the same thing with Dominus. Dominus Hatred to level 6. Evolve all 16 vampire killing tool lines. Coat of arms. Excellent. And since I've unlocked a new character, morphs into a stronger version when equipped with Trinum Custodem. Interesting, I can choose between any of these. Oopsies. Yeah, co-op is local co-op only, no online yet. New skins for Soma Cruz shown on Alucard, not bad. Unlock the bananas, I need to unlock all the spell lines, so I'm still missing the Fulgur. Yeah, this is the third and final one, Centralis Custos. I'll do that next time, however, because right now, I'm really feeling Soma. And I kind of want to go to the milk factory for whatever reason. Who knows? Dairy plant. I'm going to grab a sip of my drink and we'll go right in. I won't unlock anything, but who cares? I want to have some fun. A mount. Let's go with a mount because I really do think Soma has a really nice weapon. Yeah, this is a bit troublesome. Yeah, I mentioned back when I first started the game, this is definitely one of those games where the more weapons you unlock, it's nice, but you also means it'll be harder to get what you're after specifically, and this is definitely a good example of that. This is especially important for the Milk Factory, because the Milk Factory has less numerous but more individually powerful enemies. Max health. Vanda's Whip. Alright, let's go with this. I need to get the, every third projectiles and randoms. Let's go with hand grenades still. Duplicator, don't mind if I do. Beat enemies might drop hearts. Some healing might be applicable here. Yeah, most healing items are basically on damage or on kill, so basically want to be preparing for precisely that. Like he has his own animation before he gets the whips. I think I remember what upgrades the rocket launcher again. Yeah, AoE. Follow hard. I gotta say, it's almost a lot of fun, I think. As much as I love the Cerberus ones, I'd like to unlock the final one before I start doing too much, because I'm pretty sure it only evolves once you get all three components, which means I need to play as the guy who actually starts with the Cerberus weapons. Because dealing damage with him is what unlocks the final component. You know what? Go with the tractor. We really should be getting this. Spinach. Good in general, just because more damage is always helpful. Yeah, I don't want... This is also one of those maps I really don't want high curse in, because, yeah. The enemies are more individually strong, so they're gonna be really painful. Return though, green higher XP things are a lot easier to get here, so you just have to make sure you have enough damage for it. I need the Pomarola before I can do much else. should also consider Trevor a bit more, because like I mentioned it earlier, but so far Trevor and Soma feel like the favorites, but Dracula certainly made a good case for himself, becoming that much stronger with Curse. Even when I was starting to get overwhelmed, he ended up doing some stuff that healed himself extremely quickly. But yeah, I'm gonna have to really start seriously making use of my seals, because I can only get some weapons. It's very difficult to get the weapons I want, that's for sure. Then again, having them all on means I have a lot more chance. There's a much bigger chance I'm gonna have to just make do with what I have. Water Dragon Whip. Wonderful. That's all weapons set up. I feel pretty confident with this setup. I don't know about you. Tome might be really good just to make this a lot easier. Oh, I need the Pomerola though. I can get both. Yeah, now we're starting to get to the point where I mentioned. Yeah, these shielded enemies are way, way more durable than others. And since Soma's a half vampire, he, ooh, I want that, but no. Half vampire, he's immune to life drain effects. So weapons that drain his own life and enemies that drain it are not going to work on him. Quite nice. I'm gonna have to start banishing stuff, because I want a very specific passive here. I'm not worried about upgrading the hand grenade, because I'm gonna be getting that. It's on this map in the lower right corner there, so. Yeah, making those not show up should make it a bit easier to get the accessory I specifically want. At least I think Soma's half vampire. I'd have to look it up, actually. I know he's a reincarnation, but that's a bit... that's more his soul than his body. Because I know Alucard is a... Because I know Alucard for sure is half vampire because his mom was human. Running over enemies with minecarts never ceases to be fun. Ah, crap, that's tiramisu. I forgot. I'd prioritize the yeah, for better or for worse, I'd rather prioritize the alchemy whip than the... Because the alchemy whip will make mincemeat out of the bosses, especially since this is especially in an area where they're known to be so tough. Yeah, I want to get to that, to the wings, because that's going to make things a bit easier, simply because I can move a lot faster. Yeah, those skeletons in armor are actually a bit more durable than the usual, so... But in return, they give these... They're more likely to give green XP, so... It can help if you have a way to kill them. I'm willing to guess the conditions could be that you need to upgrade for... As for the upgradable vampire characters, I'm guessing to unlock their monster forms, you need to get to level 80 first of all, because that's how the other characters power up. Other characters like a Cabello, Joe, and Old Soul evolve being simply by being level 80. But their weapons don't upgrade, so I think they might get a special. So I think I might need to upgrade Dracula's weapon before, and get to level 80 before he can finally upgrade into his monster form. Oh yeah, these bulls are really bulky, but again, you can see they're just dropping green. That's kind of the whole thing behind the milk. Enemies are less numerous, but more individually powerful and more individually rewarding. Yeah? And I also just think the Milk Factory's a unique aesthetic. I genuinely can't think of any other game that has a place like this, so I like to think of this as one of the signature places of vampire survivors. It also gets their sense of humor across. Excellent. Yeah, I'm still leveling everything, dang. Nothing to upgrade yet, because everything's still leveling. Spinach level 5. All my damage up is probably essential if I want to keep this up. Because enemies are only going to get tougher. Enemies with projectiles are actually very rare in this game, so it's a pretty big deal when they show up like this. This is also why I end up liking the garlic in that for utility, because it does, and garlic in the King Bible, the Holy Bible, Bible, because they basically create an aura around me that makes it a bit more. That, first of all, those projectiles can't penetrate, and enemies have to take a lot of damage before they get to me, so until I start getting high amounts of curse, it's usually not going to be a huge... It's usually going to kill them before they can hit me. A good keep away. Tempting, but I want the slash ones that have so many whips. Wandering the jet black. Slash. Here we are. Yeah, crits are especially going to be valuable with beefy enemies like this. Well, one of the... Excellent. The whip has been upgraded. We're in good shape. Alright, this should give me a few levels. I did leave behind a lot of XP crystals after all. Now let's go grab the AoE to upgrade my starting weapon. Because the RPG is really fun. I've also seen some others have done a single weapon run with it, so I'd believe it. It's got a lot of damage in AoE. Oh, here come the beefy ones, yeah. Luckily my damage output's good enough to keep up with this. Here we are, AoE obtained. Now here we go, the Armor Knights. Yeah, as you can guess, the armor and shields are not in this area are not for show. They're really that beefy. Empty tome. Kind of funny to think that melee builds have been buffed so much thanks to all the whips that were added with the Castlevania DLC. I kind of feel bad having the, I feel bad having a weapon I never upgraded, but I guess to be fair, the Silver Wind is actually pretty good even on its own merits. It damages enemies around you and has a decent chance of giving a heal on kill, so if you're not confident, so like me, you can easily take advantage. I'm leveling a lot faster now. Salamander. Hydrostormer tip. And it's not bad, but it's not the one I was wanting. The water dragon and the screen-wide AoE from the rain is really helpful. Wow, that enemy died quickly. Weirdly, apparently they're not classified as bosses because the alchemy whip isn't used to obliterating them. Weird. That's a boss. Which means, yep. RPG. Explosions propagate. Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason I wanted this one upgraded. Yeah, usually these golems are actually really durable and take a bit to kill. But since I managed to get a pretty good build going, they're not nearly as threatening as they could have been. Although this is also why I specifically wanted to avoid any kind of curse-based build here, because I do not like high curse on this particular stage. The enemies are just really, really beefy. Though I guess it's hard to feel like that's actually the case, you know, given how easily I'm going through this. Heart of Fire. There we are. And there we are. Julius's whip, Aura Blaster. Yeah, anything that stands above me is just gonna obliterate me. This means if you want to survive, I'm always on top. It sounded a lot funnier in my head. Yep. And for the record, you can turn off the golden egg upgrades if you are worried about, if you want to do a vanilla run. I've actually done a few runs where I just take off all upgrades and see how well I do. It's a little tricky, as you can imagine, because you don't get very many things to help you, and you can't even re-roll, banish, or whatever. You kind of have to go with whatever build the game gives you. As the good news is the fact they haven't added new accessories aside from the Among Us one, which only show up if you have an Among Us weapon. You should be able to get the item that upgrades your starter weapon no matter what character you're playing, which is nice. I'm not sure how much they actually balance the game as far as with no upgrades or anything. I know there was a famous rumor that any Konami character and dev who creates a Castlevania boss must be able to also defeat that boss without taking damage, but I don't believe that was ever proven. It's just kind of one of those urban legends that sticks around because it sounds really cool. I don't know if it is or isn't, so take, as per usual with things on the internet, take it with salt. I am certainly not perfect and could make mistakes. I mean, I was the guy who failed to realize that the black disc was Symphony of the Night reference, so I can make very embarrassing mistakes. We may not have done any unlocks this run, but I'm glad yeah, the final boss is an Armor Knight who is very, yeah. These last few waves are especially going to be getting beefy. but luckily my damage is in good shape. I may not have unlocked anything, but I was really feeling a run of Soma, and I feel really good playing a run of Soma. Dang, it's hard to think of a weapon I don't like from the Castlevania DLC. Dang. Thinking about it, I guess those, the Guardian enemies might not count as bosses so that you can't cheese them. But then again, I mean, I cheesed them in this run, so I'm not sure if that... Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it's just supposed to represent, since, the Guardians and the Reapers are the work of the director, but the monsters and bosses are not. That's why we're searching for Count Visconti, the vampire in the artwork. Supposedly the vampire that's actually behind everything. Unlike Dracula, who is not behind anything here and is really just joining us so that he can... since he can't fight us, we're on the same side. I even saw the ending there, and he was among them. Because he really meant it when he said he was joining the vampire survivors. Oh yeah. I know it doesn't look it, but these guys here are genuinely really tough if you don't have a high damage build. But as you can see, they're dropping red XP crystals without any items that increase growth or crystal quality. Yeah, the durability is starting to get past my defenses a little better. Not enough to kill me, but something to be careful of if the fire serpents don't go my way. I can't tell you how many runs I've died at the last 3 or so minutes because of how beefy everything here is. Oh, it took a minute for it to kill me because the first time Soma dies, he gets a screen clear and full heal, more or less. Yeah, like I said, no unlocks, but I really wanted a Soma run, so I'd say that went well. Alright, I think that's gonna be all for tonight. It's like, got a decent amount here, so I'm gonna go ahead and raid out. Let's see here. Looks like Kagi's up to some things, so I'm gonna go ahead and raid them. Looks like they're doing Pokemon Unite. Oh, that's the MOBA sports mix thingy. Alrighty, well, if you want to stick around for that, feel free. Otherwise, until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. I'll see you later.